Bienvenidos, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Completely Consensual right here on Chipped Tooth Gaming. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute, but let me get introducing everybody because we got a lot of things to talk about and new things to talk about. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm your host, Compa Andres. To my left, the ever so nasty Wave Check Flowers.
How you doing, bro? How you, man?
I don't know.
What's up, channel? We back. We back with a new set. Got some red lights in the back. Got some posters over here. We back.
Dude, you're like a water type because you're so wavy right now.
Pisces.
We ever got
7 out of 10. Too much water.
too much water?
Too much drip.
You guys remember that IGN?
No.
It was a Pokemon game, and that was one of the minuses.
Oh yeah, too much water.
Too much water.
What the fuck? But then the guy talking right there is Double D Doherty Cheeks Jr.
What's up, players?
Guys,
Damn, you smell like sleep.
No, I'm a little ripe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little ripe today.
he probably just woke up and was like, guys, it's been a week since we did something. Let's just fucking. Probably because his new bed. If you guys don't know what kind of bed you have, this is like the most weirdest flex I've ever seen Mikey do in his whole life. But he's like, guys.
Well, we want to introduce Tambo first. I'll talk about my bed. I'll definitely talk about my bed.
Fuck, I forget.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Tumble.
He
Tumble
forgot.
vlogs. This new set, I can't see where's where. Okay, I don't see Tumble.
Bruh, first day back on the new studio. You got a shirt that's not ours.
What do you
And
mean?
you forget
You
Tumble
forget
on
it.
this shirt.
Don't do it. No, mute him. Mute him.
You're muted, bruh.
Mute him.
All right, so today,
Anyways, guys.
your new host will be Mikey. Take it away,
Anyway,
Supercuts.
so we got a lot of news, but let me talk about my purple mattress.
Okay, how'd it go? How'd it look?
Okay.
How was it? Do you sleep in it?
Best investment
Looking up the shirt.
I have ever made.
I don't think so. You don't sleep in it too often.
No, I don't. But when I do, it's a
You're not
party.
getting a
You
return
know
on
what
that
I mean?
investment. You know what I mean?
It's a party.
It's a party.
It's well, because I was trying to get this place together. Look at it. We're it's a beautiful set
is.
we have. We look professional, and this isn't even like it finished. We still need to
We
get
need
the
to do
table.
a tour. There's not really much they can see,
Hey,
but
am
there's
I-
a lot here. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
There's a whole lot behind the camera, and then there's also we have to get a we're missing a slab of
Why
the
would you
background over
expose
here.
us?
Why
It's
do
alright,
you
that's
do
what I'm
this?
doing. It's people like the
The
behind
internet thinks
scenes.
it's legit. They don't need to know what else is behind there, okay?
Come on, man.
But
It's a 10 out of 10, but in real life, it's solid 5.
How about faking it
we
till
need
you
a
make it?
slab over there, and then we need to get the table, and then
Okay.
we'll be set for a little while. But still gonna be working on a bunch of stuff. Set A over there,
Set B?
or set A here, set B,
Hello?
set C.
Got 3 sets. We still need some soundproofing tiles in some places.
Yeah, Shawn fucked up the
I
soundproofing.
fucked
That was
up
the
all
best
of
part.
them. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I mean, it looks very nice.
I left him
though.
alone once. So the way we laid out like the soundproofing on the roof, I was like, I let him alone once, right? Because I had to cut the other shit. So he did the pattern himself, right? And he puts it up. Doesn't even notice it. I get home, and it's like the it's supposed to be separated. You know, the black, red.
Yeah,
black,
black, red, like a
it was
checkers.
like black on black, red on red, black on black, red on red.
Hey, this is why we can't have nice things. I hope you know that.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's a common mistake. You know, it was
It's
a
not
pattern I
common.
meant to
It's
follow,
not
just slightly
common.
off. That's it.
I like how we did literally every other tile correctly, and then, you can tell that's flowers.
You can't
Slap.
even tell which
But it's
one
okay.
was
That one, it's that one right there.
What do you mean?
I came up with a solution with it. But
This
your boy
is-
Mike Doe be working on shit. But
And it was amazing. This is a long, stressful week, but we got it done. A lot of long nights, and then just holy shit, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
Just
bro,
say that
you
real quick.
were here quite often.
Of course.
Tumbo is
It's
not
right.
working.
It's
Long
alright.
night.
Andres threw in for funding. That's all I give a fuck about.
That shit was nice. It was
No
nice
questions
Just
asked.
give us
That
I don't live
cocksucker
here.
was there. So,
when it mattered.
but purple mattress, phenomenal. Best sleep of my life. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a solid bed. If you want to spend a little bit of money on that sleep that you'd be spending half your life on.
It was pretty funny because like the first thing we moved in, the first day, and Mikey was like, "Hey, dude, guys, I need to get my TV and my bed. Like 2 things, essentials, life right there, and you're done."
And I was moved in, tip top Magoo.
But look at their fridge.
Stop
There's
saying
no
that.
groceries. What was it?
Let
What are you
that
saying?
go. That Magoo shit. It's like
What-
his 4th time saying that. He's just sliding that in.
Get it. You know, financing. It's worth it. I recommend it. Purple, if you want to sponsor us,
Go ahead.
sponsor us. Send us
Give me
all
a
beds.
bed.
Yeah. Hey.
Refund
If I
my
can get it
bed.
Sponsored.
But yeah, man, it's been a long, crazy week. I don't know if you guys have been time to like play games or anything. What you guys been up to on that? Catching up
really.
on that. It's been a crazy week.
Kind
Because
of.
I started
We've
my
been
new
playing
job
Just like these last 2 days, I've been playing Apex because I finally got hooked up, but not really.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Playing some some Switch, some phone games, but nothing really like into it.
You've been playing that Dr. Mario?
Nah, I've been playing
On
some
the
Paladins.
phone?
Some of that good old Paladins.
Really? The ripoff of Overwatch?
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
I'm playing that. And then some, Clash Royale on my phone. That's pretty much my gaming.
That's dope. Well, Mikey, did you platinum Crash Bandicoot
No,
yet?
I
You're a
haven't. I
piece
haven't.
of
It came
shit.
straight to
No
it.
idea.
I love how
Came
Mikey,
straight
the
to
guy who
it.
loved this game, all of a sudden was like, I'm gonna platinum this. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna have a whole weekend off, and guess what?
On what time?
You're a piece
On
of-
what
you're-
time I got?
Hey,
I was too busy
you
making
make time.
things happen.
You
I
make
was all
time.
over the place.
You make time. You brag it. You love it so much. I guess not. You're like any other fanboy.
I could have made time, but I care about our listeners out there who want a piece of content.
This guy
And
is
you
like,
know
I'm
what?
on forums.
I came in clutch, and I made sure this happened.
You
So
know
you're
what the
welcome.
viewers wanted? They wanted you to platinum it, and you failed them.
That's true, Adam.
Fuck the
I'm
studio. They were
sorry.
like, I don't give a shit about the studio.
It will. I know. Like,
Give me the fucking
I
platinum.
am in progress to that. I still haven't played the Grand Prix. I have to get on that. Unlock
Have
some
you played
characters.
anything?
You know what I'm saying?
Have you been playing?
Not really. I
It's
mean, I
just-
played a rainbow match last night, and then our internet cut out.
Yeah, I remember I said, hey, let's play Apex, Mikey. And then you went in your room. I was already waiting for you, and I sent your invite, and you just never joined me.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you already were in a party with people. You already
I
squatted up.
I didn't squat up. Nobody
Damn.
was playing with me. I just hopped in a party waiting for you to
Oh.
join. I literally sent you an invite to that party. I can't just talk with
You know,
friends while I
like-
wait for you.
No, see, that's the thing. I didn't know. I thought you were playing with them.
You didn't know my invite that I sent
I
you.
thought you were playing with them. So
You-
my boy Connor hit me up, and then we played.
Okay,
a
so you had
match
other
of
friends.
Apex.
Hey,
Tambo was all like-
damn, bro. You know what
Yeah.
just happened?
Tambo was
You're-
like,
you're
yeah,
B
I'm
team.
B squad.
No,
Everybody
B
has an A
team.
team.
he
He's
was
your
already
B
in
squad.
his
Got
A
A.
squad.
You're a piece of shit.
I was
Yeah,
in
we
a
had a
party
party.
with friends I was talking to because I haven't been online. So I was saying what's up to my boy. I was in a party with him
Clutch,
actually.
what's up? Our first live in-person guest.
Yeah.
A live person guest. But I was in a party with him. We was just chatting. We played like 2 games, and then like
Oh, so you were playing with him?
I played 2 games
Okay,
waiting for you.
Okay.
You're gonna be part
So
of
what
this
am I gonna
squad.
do?
You're gonna be part of this
I'm
squad.
interject in your squad?
No, you're
No,
gonna be
I
a
already
part
had
of it.
I already had a second.
Played 3 games.
I already had a second. He was gonna be our third,
4.
or Connor was gonna be our third. So
Okay,
You
well,
guys are horrible. You guys don't know how to send invites.
either way, he stopped playing, so it could have been us.
could have been us.
But you know,
Could have been us.
A squad.
It's
you and
okay.
Connor. It's fine. I'm not mad. I enjoyed myself.
But yeah, I mean, it's I definitely feel like we're finally catching at the end of the backlog. I know there's some cool games that are out, but not. I mean, again, it's just taking that time and dedication to play and get into it. Like Super Mario Maker, like I know that game's out, and I know that game's really creative. I know people are creating these intense, crazy ass levels, and I just really want to play it. But I just like, damn, I can't really like dedicate that time to play that game. But I know Super Mario Maker 2 is on like my to get to game, especially just to play the Switch. I haven't touched my Switch in a minute.
The only game I'm waiting for right now for the Switch is Pokemon. I'm gonna lie to you. November.
Yeah.
Waiting.
You heard about the new news? Well, they announced more stuff,
More details.
more details. You know how Pokemon Red and Blue always had specific Pokemon for the specific game?
Oh yeah, that.
So now what they're doing is they're having specific gym leaders in specific games. So for one, they're going to have like a specific ghost gym leader in one Pokemon, and there's going to be another different type gym leader in the other one.
I like that though, 'cause I mean, at
It's
least
cool.
it feels like if you buy both versions of the game, at least you get something different. You know what I mean? It's not like you're kind of just getting a copy and paste.
Yeah,
You get something different.
that's
I like
true.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
What do we had to say something, Mikey? You had something to say?
Oh no.
What were you saying?
No,
I heard you
no,
saying
I
something.
wasn't
Tambo,
saying
what was
anything.
you saying? What was you trying to say?
Don't trip, cut.
The
I'm gonna
fuck?
tell you what he said.
That was the weirdest shit.
So-
All right.
Don't trip.
Tom
But
ain't
yeah.
no
Yeah,
snitch.
don't trip.
Tambo
Yeah,
ain't no
Don't
snitch?
trip.
You ain't bet that?
No snitch.
All right. Good.
No snitch.
Good job. But no, the Pokemon thing, and then people are still kind of feeling weird about it though, you know, because of like the whole mega things, like they can become giant Pokemon.
Dynamax, bro. That's the
Dynamax
shit. Why-
shit.
Why is everyone mad at that? Like,
People just don't like the fact that you're fucking like growing
Okay.
20 feet tall Pokemon all of a
your
sudden.
Pokemon grows
and there's
20
like a
feet tall,
strawberry
and they zoom the
shortcake
camera out,
Pokemon.
and so it looks the exact same size.
There's a
but there's better
Pokemon.
sound effects. I mean, not better sound effects, but there's better effects on the moves because they get bigger. So like everything's like really big explosions,
Yeah.
really big like tidal waves when you do like certain.
So you
moves,
with
like
it?
water moves? Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with the effects.
New mechanics, you got to be into it. I mean, I
I'm
guess
with the
that's what you got
effects.
to do.
You still get the experience of walking around, you know, your casual RPG Pokemon, but then it gets fucking lit. your shit gets big, your Pokemon gets big, and then like all of a sudden there's thunderstorms and tidal waves and hurricanes and shit. Like that's
It's
fire.
actually, I mean, it's gonna be for the Switch finally for the first time.
I
So
know.
no more handheld 3DS bullshit.
I'm
It's gonna be-
excited. Only thing I don't like about it, there's gonna be no national decks, which means
Yeah, that's another thing, right? It's only gonna be limited.
it's only gonna be the Pokemon in that game, so you
Yeah.
can't like take Pokemon from like older games and put them in there and be all cool.
Gonna be. I mean, they said hopefully they'll fix it, but until right now they're
I
just gonna
doubt
be
it.
like,
I wouldn't
don't
fix it.
know.
It was on purpose. I'm not mad.
That's cool. But I mean, I know that we're gonna be talking about Nintendo right now. Let's go ahead and
I mean, we can jump into the breaking. piece
get
of
into
news
the new
if you want.
news. Go ahead.
The
You
breaking
haven't heard
news.
you do the.
That news.
There you
news,
go.
news.
I gotta always hear that.
News. The Nintendo Switch Lite.
There is a new. There is
never
a
seen
new
it.
Nintendo.
Playing on that.
It's called the Nintendo Lite. They just announced it today, or was it today? Yeah, it was
yesterday.
like last
I didn't see
night.
the
they
date.
Last
announced it.
night, because that's when we were gonna do the podcast,
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Oh no, it was today. This is this morning."
it was today.
Why did you have to say which day? Like no one's gonna know what day. All right.
Everybody knows what
A
day.
day that
Nah.
ends with no Y.
It's gonna
Adam
be
Wisha's
released on
keeping
Friday.
tabs. What's up?
Yeah, it was good, dude.
Testing Adam Wisha? You don't think Adam
This is
Wisha
why we
knows?
can't do things with Mikey because he just tells all the details behind the scenes. Like we can't even try to.
They
do
love
some
it.
Shit.
They love it.
They
you
don't
know?
care.
Because I want to get that transparency with our listeners.
I don't
But-
like that.
So they created this
I'm
new.
for the people. Mikey
I don't
2020.
approve.
You're not for the people because you didn't even Platinum CTR. You a piece of shit.
It's true, but it will happen.
So yeah,
I cannot
Nintendo.
comment on rumors or speculation.
Nintendo released the Switch, and it's the Switch Lite. A lot of people were kind of disappointed. Everybody's like, "What kind of shit is this?" I mean, people were expecting the Pro. People wanted that new OLED screen. People wanted the better resolution screen, something that it's just graphics and everything better. But guess what? They played it safe. I feel like they want to go with a Lite. It's gonna be different way that they made it.
Yeah,
First
so
thing
it's
noticeable is gonna be that there's no Joy-Cons. It literally feels like
just
the
buttons.
just buttons. It feels like a 3DS XXXL. Like it just feels like a really big
XXX.
3DS XL. Like that's the way I see it. That's why I'm like, there's nothing that really makes it differently from. It doesn't make the difference of $100 for me. $199,
it's
$299.
Coming out $200. They upped the CPU, so it's gonna be a little bit faster loading times, better RAM, so
Battery life.
battery life as well, and it's only handheld, so you can't play it on your TV. And I'm with that.
So yeah. So here's the thing. You say it's predominantly negative that you've seen. I've seen predominantly positive. I know it's been mixed, but
for sure.
there are a lot of people out there being like, yes, I only play the Switch like on the go.
On the
Like
go,
I would
yeah.
only use that as like a handheld, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's nice that this gives the option to people to be able to just be like,
Yeah.
fuck the bullshit. I don't need Rumble.
I mean,
don't
they always
need
had the
removable
option.
Joy-Cons. Yes, but like this gives them the option to like not like if you want it as just a handheld,
Don't pay that extra $100.
you don't have to pay the extra $100. Essentially, you don't have to pay $300 for handheld. R.I.P. PS Vita. But yeah, so that's what's nice about it. Is
Yeah.
It gives you that option to be like, okay, maybe I don't really need it on my TV. I primarily am just looking for something on the go. It's a nice option. It's smaller, it's sleeker, it's faster, like you were saying. It's not the Pro, but I think we are gonna get a revision of the current Nintendo Switch,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna be
Soon,
like
right?
the Nintendo Switch like Slim or whatever, essentially. And what it is it's gonna have the better screen. It's gonna be the more expensive piece of hardware, right? And then I think that's how they're gonna do it. They're
Well,
gonna
Did they
upgrade
have
the one that
4K
they have
graphics
now.
card on that one?
Probably.
No, God, no. First of all, it's Nintendo. Second of all,
4K. Dude, give me 4K Pokemon.
second of
I'm
all,
up in
4K
there.
on that screen wouldn't really matter. Second of all,
Totally.
I mean, not on
third-
the actual screen, but I'm talking about to your TV. Like, think they're gonna have the 4K?
No.
Like,
Oh God, no.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, again,
Too
it's
small.
Nintendo. Nintendo
small.
just started doing HD.
Nintendo needs to keep up.
I mean,
True.
think about that.
In America, at
Nintendo,
least.
their last console was their first HD console.
The Wii U,
That's
baby.
deep.
Wii U all day. All I
That's
did was
deep.
I literally played one game.
On the Wii U.
Smash Brawl or Smash.
That's the one with the tablet, right?
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit.
No, okay.
That makes
Anyway, let's
literally the
move
only
on.
one in the room.
No, but no. So I think that's what their game plan is essentially they'll do like, you know how like the PS3, basically there's the PS3 Slim, but they
Mhm.
phase out the old PS3. It's gonna be the same
So-
thing where it's good. Oh, this is the Nintendo Switch, right? Not the Pro. It's the Nintendo Switch, and then it is coming at $299, and you get the nicer screen, you get the better graphics processing, you get the better like all the performance
Yeah.
things that you want. And then there's that
So-
$199 option for the people who just want the on the go kind of experience, don't want the removable Joy-Cons. You were not going to be able to play things like Mario Party or 1-2 Switch. But in my opinion, those are more like on the TV experiences
games anyway.
So
So let me ask you guys this: do you think it's because it's literally been a month since it came out, or it's been a month since about E3? Why did they wait a month?
After E3 to announce this,
it's Nintendo.
Why can't they be like, hey, by the way, here's a new Switch?
It's Nintendo.
Do you think it's because they were like they wanted to play it safe and like, no, let's wait a month, let's be more relevant in the news, or it's literally a month? Like you would think E3 is the time of the place to kind of drop a new console idea, but again, this is why I kind of have that negative connotation.
It's not a new console though.
It's not a new console, but again, it's more consumer friendly. It's not really for like the people who would want to be like the graphics and Pro and I need faster. Like that's the reason why I think people were expecting the Pro, because why wouldn't they bring like this Lite? This Nintendo Lite would have been perfect for E3. Not too big, nothing too crazy. Give me just something simple and something that
I
kind
don't
of
think it would have had impact on E3 on their E3 conference.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's new hardware.
It's new hardware. Yeah. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
But
And
the
that's what I
Switch is
think.
lacking games, which I think their E3 really like focused
Switch is lacking games.
on. It is
The
not too many games on
Nintendo
the
Switch.
Switch.
Is lacking games.
Is that what you just said?
games for consumers, like mass games that people can play.
What do you mean mass games? What is
Mass
a
games, like so.
mass
We
games.
talked about a lot more
Mass,
Zelda.
uh-huh.
There's Pokemon coming out. Just
Yeah.
bigger games that they have to announce on E3, opposed to like their indie games and their smaller AAA titles that they have on.
I'm
their
still waiting for
console.
Fall Guys.
I miss the E3
Still waiting
days
for
where
Fall
you
Guys.
just got everything, you know?
Yeah.
They announced the indies, they announced the big AAAs, they announced new hardware. I feel like we're never going to get a hardware like reveal at E3 ever again.
True, because everybody's gonna do their own thing.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the
Hey,
trend.
Xbox presentation. Boom,
I
boom,
think
boom,
it's dumb
drops
of
it.
them not to, because again, that's what builds the hype, right? And
Oh, of
it's one
course.
of those things where it's like this would have been a nice E3 announcement, and it's, yeah, I mean, it's weird. I mean, in my mind, Nintendo is just like 10 like real actual monkeys in a room just running
Yeah.
the whole business.
That Bowser guy's really fucking shit up, dude.
It's stupid.
No, I mean they've been this. I don't know if you remember the Wii U.
I know the Wii is just a shitty like.
You know, the
God
Game
damn.
Boy Micro. I mean, they have
Game
a
Boy
lot
Micro?
of
I don't remember
exactly
that.
failures. They're all failures.
Game Boy Micro.
Yeah, outsold the Wii U though.
It did.
If you say so. Was that one in Japan?
Actually, I don't think it did. But
I've never seen that.
when they announced the DS, when they launched the DS, they released the Game Boy Micro alongside it, just in case the DS failed.
Oh.
This is the
Look.
company that is making the decisions that they are. Of course. That
So do you
they're
think-
not gonna announce that?
Do you think they're gonna be keeping up with the times? Because I know that was another piece of the article news about Nintendo.
Ooh, segue.
Is pretty much Nintendo, the
Keeping up with
president,
the
was pretty
times.
much saying we must keep up with cloud gaming tech. Obviously, with Stadia, a
Cloud
bunch of
gaming.
cloud-based games. Even Microsoft has their Game Pass. Nintendo's pretty much saying, "Hey, man, we got to get this shit right. We got to make sure we get the cloud gaming tech. We need to keep up with the times." Why are you shaking your head already? Why are you shaking your head?
If they can't figure out how to do chat within the system, or
Yeah, I need to figure out how to work
or
that
how to
shit.
do
what do you
like
mean?
proper
You don't want to buy
parties,
those adapters
or
and
how
then
to make something run well online, just regular online. This is them saying, "Hey, Xbox is gonna take care of our cloud gaming side."
High key. They're
Well,
gonna
yeah, that's why they
add
got
that
the
Game
Xbox Live.
Pass
Yeah,
onto
this
the
is
fucking
this is exactly
Switch.
what's gonna happen. It's gonna be Xbox streaming service on the Switch, and that's gonna be their solution. Because God help us if Nintendo tries to do it's gonna be worse than Sony's.
Yeah, I think so. They have I don't know what it is with Nintendo. They definitely just have that family room type gaming experience. They really don't have anything dedicated to like these hardcore like gamers in a sense.
Nintendo Switch kind of like plays their audience. Like they do a lot of experiments, I think, with their audience. Like,
Do you guys still remember
try
that
this, see if this works.
the building kit one? What's that one?
Nintendo Labo.
The
The
Labo.
Labo. Ooh,
With the
fucking-
cardboard?
The cardboard one, yeah.
I want
one.
to try that. You haven't?
Yeah, I was gonna wait. I was gonna do it for a Let's Play, and we just never got around to it. So I still have that
Oh,
in the
you
box.
fucking dirty dog. We have
Yeah.
to bring
So
that out.
we
We might have used the cardboard somewhere around here, so we
Yeah,
might
man,
even
we have to build
fucking
something.
build this shit.
Build that shit.
But-
Show how creative we are.
But
But
I-
see, I like shit like that. I like Sony when they did the Wonder Book, right? Remember Wonder Book, where it was the AR, you use the PlayStation camera and the PlayStation Move.
I remember the
accessories,
PlayStation
and it's
camera.
Like Harry Potter, and it comes up on the screen, like because it's like an AR book, so you open it and then like it pops out of the book. It's really cool. I like ideas like that, and Nintendo has better follow through than I think any company ever in terms
They'll
of
stick
like
with it. They'll
the
stick with it for
weird
a little bit.
ideas.
Yeah, they do it.
But when it comes to basics and fundamentals,
They don't do it right though.
they missed that class. You know what I mean?
No.
They showed
Hey,
up late
you know,
every
you
day.
got to start somewhere. You got to put it out, and if people bite, then you fix it.
They gotta see, it's passable, but it's still like we're still using friend codes. We
Friend
have to
code.
use our phone.
Hey, let me get that friend code. Oh yeah, hold on, give me a second. Let me send this shit to you real quick. Hold on, let me open this up.
I want to see how many people downloaded the actual Nintendo Switch app, like
There's
off
an
the
app.
App Store. Like how many downloads does that
Wait.
have? Because that shit is trash.
On your phone?
The App Store for the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an app for it.
Oh fuck no.
It's supposed to allow you to like
I don't know.
voice chat and shit.
Exactly. I don't understand like
What?
the thought process that goes into this shit for Nintendo, and like just how little people actually talk about it. Like people talk about like, oh, Nintendo sucks online, but let's take a moment to realize how they run their online. Like I think the PS2 had better online functionality.
That's why I don't
And
think
the Xbox. The original Xbox had parties and onboard chatting and a better online
But outside of
functionality.
Smash, well, how many other online games did Nintendo have outside of Smash?
Splatoon.
Splatoon was
Mario
pretty
Kart.
good. There's
I mean,
Crash
this
Team
is now
Racing,
coming to the Switch. Is why they're
Overcooked.
trying to do all this now. But I'm saying
Overcooked.
outside of the Switch, like what other online games that they have, like Nintendo?
Like them.
Mario Kart, yeah.
I mean, again, it's not necessarily for them. It's for the things like a CTR. It's for.
But I'm saying
things
like most of their games are
Yeah,
mostly like.
you're not
single
gonna get a
player, though.
fucking
I know.
Call of Duty on it.
That's not the issue, though.
But they're working with something they never worked with, online.
Why are we making that an excuse? This is a
I'm
I'm not
billion
making
dollar
an excuse,
company
but I'm just
that
saying
could
like they're not
pour
good at it
money
because
into
they haven't really
R&D.
tried it.
Hey, you know what we could do? Make a better online system. Nah, dude. How about we just make a
cardboard thing? Let's go with the
cardboard?
thing.
Go cardboard.
Shut up, Daryl.
Labo sounds fucking fuck you, Daryl. Like that's literally what happened. When
Nobody
they're
wants
like
I mean, I
online
guess.
gaming. They want cardboard. All right.
But then again, at the end of the day, you kind of gotta respect Nintendo for kind of being that innovative and kind of being different and going along something different.
Yeah, their
Again, it's a
audience is
hit or
not-
miss. I mean, it might not work, but guess what? Somewhere, some type, they made a game and they made something that people really love and cherish.
Motion controls, right?
I mean, their audience isn't hardcore gamers, so I don't think they're.
No, it's
I
not.
guess-
They never really had the issue to dedicate all their time on servers and RNG. And
Listen, I've given up on
Linda.
the whole Nintendo doing things for hardcore gamers.
No, I don't
That's
think
not
so.
my point, right?
Alright.
Well, kind of the reason
That's
why.
not my point.
all right.
How
That's-
basic is it to have a onboard party chat system onto your system?
And look, it's basic if you've done it before.
No, but here's the thing: it's the same thing with Sony. I give
You should have
Sony
done
the
it,
same
yeah.
shit. I give Sony the same shit when they just do these head scratching moves, right? Like the not being able to change your name until this year, right?
Yeah.
People have been
Can't explain that
asking that
No more the one
for
and only.
years and years, and obviously,
You know what you can do that on? You
there's
can do
a
that on the
solution.
Switch.
Yes, that's good. They got one. They
got
got
that
one.
right.
They got one thing right. But here's the thing. Yes, it was an overly complicated problem. But
Yeah.
what did Sony do? Right? They poured tons and tons and tons
More
and tons of money
complicated.
into R&D to fix the issue. Right? Because they're a billion-dollar company and they're able to do something as simple as that. Right? All that money just to get that one thing right.
And Nintendo's probably like, nah, let's think of
Nintendo-
some other dumb shit.
Hand over fist makes more money and has more money than Sony. You telling me they cannot come up with a solution to get on some different system than friend codes and on like line solutions to make online run better? Not for the hardcore gamers, but I mean, you're telling me the hardcore Smash players aren't hardcore gamers?
I mean,
These
it's been
days some
working for
hardcore
'em since
motherfuckers.
DS days.
There are
Yeah.
some hardcore motherfuckers. Okay, and then
And Smash, yeah, you're right.
and then on top of that, the purchasing, like if I purchase it on this and I can't download it onto my next console, like they've always had like weird
Policies and weird shit like that.
Like
that
weird
really makes
shit
it
where
more
it just
strict
isn't
and
ironed
weird.
out.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like they could easily iron it out. It's just it's Nintendo. Their
That-
priorities and
That
fucking
makes
cardboard
too much
tech.
sense. You're
Yeah.
making too much sense. Shut the fuck up.
I know,
right now.
I know. Thank you.
That's exactly what Nintendo does. But again, I just give. The only thing I don't like is again, the whole pro. Give me a pro. Give me something better. But again, to Mikey's point, they're never gonna do something for the dedicated gamer. Something to consumer friendly. Get something out where it launches, nothing too crazy.
I think we will get it though. I think the next
think
like
we
the
will,
next iteration of the Switch is just gonna
but-
be the regular Switch where it plugs into the TV. Blah 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 blah. Right? I think
That's
that's
what
gonna
I'd
be
want.
the next iteration.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll see what happens though. Can't be too. hyped.
I just wanted to start running 4K. That's all I needed. to
Give me
start
4K. Give me that
doing.
4K.
Just give me some 4K.
That's funny. So that's it for Nintendo. I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about on Nintendo on that subject before we go somewhere else?
Oh, I also saw that they made a comment on how they're not discontinuing the 3DS. That the Switch
Oh no,
Lite
they're
is
discontinuing
not.
the 3DS.
Yeah, I know.
They're fucking discontinuing
But
it.
they're saying they're not. But it's one of those things where it's like you are though. You know, like you have no new games other than the Pokemon games coming out.
How much? I think the 3DS is like 150 right now, and the Switch Lite is now 200. I mean, that extra $50 to tap into some more games.
You get new games.
I mean,
they're gonna stop supporting.
3DS should have been dead a long time
They're gonna
ago.
stop supporting it.
what do you mean? I still remember the first handheld console was not handheld was my Game Boy though.
I think everybody's first hand.
I feel like
was
Pokemon was
Game Boy.
keeping the 3DS alive.
Unless you had a Game Gear. You know, one of those fucking dorks.
The fuck
Got a
is
Sega Game
the
Gear.
fuck is a Game Gear?
Yeah, you're a fucking dork for knowing what that is.
I never saw that in a fucking
Fuck
flea
is
market
that?
either.
Nobody else did.
A
The
fucking.
fuck is that?
Gotta go
It's
to the
Sega's
Is that
handheld.
you play with sticks? The
Yeah.
fuck what
Sega's
is that?
handheld. That was a thing.
Mhm.
Look at you, nerd.
PSP though. That was my first
Fucking
handheld.
nerd.
All right, that was my first like one that I like had myself. It wasn't a hand me down on my Game Boys. Actually, that's not true. I take that back.
I had the little Game Boy Color with the little light attachment.
Mm-hmm.
That was me.
I was always playing like
On my
going
Donkey
camping
Kong.
up in my little loft with like the light.
Up
And
in your
then-
loft.
That's cool. Just like,
I mean-
I mean, it was National Video Game Day, so I kind of like that conversation.
Yeah, I mean that. And then my first like handheld I ever got was the Game Boy SP from my uncle's.
You
on
started with the
Christmas.
SP?
I got the Rugrats. No, I started with the Game Boy Advance as a hand me down.
Damn, I got the color. Am I
I
that
had
old?
the color too. I had
Which
both of
Tambo,
them.
do you have anything? Or was it with? Did you play with sticks?
Nah, I played with marbles and then like horseshoes and.
What are
I
the
used to
cards?
get my marbles.
What are the cards with the beans?
Nah, I played with the ones that you got off from the chips in like Mexico. They're like some little like.
I know what he's talking
What's
about.
that called?
Cartel.
Cartel.
What's that game called?
The fuck did you say? He just said cartel.
Which
It kind of threw me off.
Wait,
I
which
don't know.
one?
He said Mexico.
It's
and
like
they playing with
all the like the you pull the cards right, and then you have the it's almost like bingo kind of.
Loteria.
Yeah, and you
Loteria.
put the little beans on it or the marbles.
Yeah, that's
El
what,
bor-
that's what we played. We didn't
El
have no
borracho.
PlayStation, no PSP. We just got together as a family and we were like playing Loteria.
No
That's
soccer.
just fun.
That was it.
No football, no goal.
No
No
soccer?
football.
No,
I
I
said
just
no
explained
soccer.
it. Oh.
So I grew up. But what was your handheld? What was your first?
My first handheld, the color. With
The
light
color?
attachment. Yeah.
With the light attachment?
Yeah, my grandma got me a light attachment. I used to play
Fuck.
Donkey Kong like all night. That was my shit.
No, just I think the Game Boy Color for sure was mine. That shit was funny. I just always remembered getting hella batteries, and then just like Mexican matching. Like, bro, hold on, let me. Hey, this shit works cool, and you have like an Energizer double. Like, you didn't give a
Man.
fuck as
Taking
long as
it
it
from other
works.
remotes.
I had lost
Taking
the
it
back
from
of it, so I had
remotes.
to like tape it in there with some duct tape so the battery stay in place
Bruh.
so I can play it.
I remember that shit. I
Struggle.
remember I'd take out the remote, put the batteries in, play, and then right before, oh god, gotta put these remotes. I gotta put the batteries back before they find out. I
My
gotta put the
my
batteries
dad's
back.
gonna be home soon. I gotta put it back.
I used to do that with the
And-
Xbox
Jokes
360
on him. My dad
controllers.
never came back. You know what I mean?
hey, son.
I was racist.
No, that's a
No,
life thing for
my
him
dad
though.
never came back.
Why'd
How's
you
that
tap
racist?
on me?
Okay, you wanna go get batteries and never came back.
You're close to me. Come on, man. You
I'm
can't
just
pull
playing.
that on me.
Relax. Take
Right
it
next
easy.
to
Take
me.
it easy. Take it easy.
He just shows up one day
man.
with batteries.
watching
Here,
it, though.
son.
Yeah, no, because I had the color and then I
Okay.
had the advanced, right? But I always played the advanced piece. I mean, that's the newer one.
Why not? Right.
But then the one I actually got was the SP, and I got that with the Rugrats.
SP.
Rugrats?
Rugrats?
Yeah, Rugrats Go to Paris or some
I
shit.
think there was one game and it
Was
was
it a
Mega
movie?
Man Zero, or yeah, I think it was Mega Man Zero. I think it was.
And Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Those
no.
were like my games.
I just remember Mega Man games were my shit when I was playing the Game Boy. Capcom all day.
80% of my games are Pokemon. I had a couple like Nintendogs, Mario Kart, but I had like damn.
Yo,
all
when
the
Did you
Pokemon
guys
I
have
wanted.
a handheld outside of
What?
the Game Boys? Because a lot of people stop at Game Boy.
I
No.
mean, you know, I touched the Wii U, had the little tablet, but
That didn't count.
I still had
Okay.
the.
Okay, no, never
I have a
mind.
3DS XL.
You had a 3DS.
I
XL?
still have a 3DS.
So you missed out on the original DS.
Yeah,
I
like
had
that
the
bulky
DS.
ass shit. I hated it.
I see. I didn't
I don't like that
Yeah, the
bulky ass
gray.
shit. Yeah,
play Crash Boom
I
Bang.
had my
Look like
DS.
a
That's when I
brick.
played Diamond and Pearl.
knock
I
somebody
remember
out with
those
it.
days.
Yeah,
I
that's
was-
the one.
Yeah, that
Diamond
was,
Pro.
that was the
Fuck
grind.
that. No, I always hate it because I got the PSP. I got the
Why
PSP.
shit? Fuck, I knew this conversation was gonna get to that. at some
What?
point.
We're talking about handhelds.
Not anymore. Anyways, let's go to a different subject.
I had the PSP Slim. I got the Dexter
Bring it in
bundle.
real quick.
Let Andres drive the boat.
I'm
We're
driving.
not
boat.
talking about
We ain't gonna-
handhelds
no more.
anymore.
Nobody cares
My
about PSP. It's dead.
good?
Let it die.
All right,
Okay.
Sold more.
stay in your lane.
You all
soldier.
right?
Sold more.
What do you say?
Sold more.
Nobody cares.
Sold more.
Where's it at right now? It's in the trash. Where it belongs.
R.I.P.
He's hella mad. He really wants to talk about
you guys got you gonna drive the boat?
Yeah, I am gonna drive it next to this next news story because this is kind of an interesting news story of how developers, how they communicate with the community, and how people really kind of react to it. So we all know how No Man's Sky happened. We all know how there was a game. It was promised, overpromised. It came out, and the game's like, holy shit, what is this game? You're telling me I'm literally lost in the freaking solar system and I don't know what to do and harvest things? And then the guy who created it, Sean Murray, he was the head studio for that game, and he went silent. He straight up went MIA. The game was released, and he just shut the fuck up. He just, no, I'm not even in this world. And what he's trying to say is this is the route people should take if your game bombs in a way. If your game is not doing what it was expected, and it's kind of hinting at Anthem. It's hinting at pretty much all the other games that
EA, anything
EA.
All the other games you bought?
Who bought?
You.
Anyways, he just kind of has this idea where it's like talking to the fans hurts you more than it helps you. Because sometimes these fans are just super toxic, and giving the time, you could get a newborn life. Kind of exactly what happened with him. He was quiet the whole time. He was being very quiet. He was just letting his game be and get really like hurt by words and like getting tarnished and shit. And next thing you know, there's a huge massive update and kind of got new life, and it kind of should have been the game that came out.
It was update after update after update.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in this last year, right, we got that massive expansion update, right? And then all of a sudden it's like they should re-release it. Like if I were him, I would re-release the game. And then
Well, but this seems like
I
more like a
remember
money
when
grabbing though.
I remember getting but exactly, like I don't
remember.
think people would care.
No, I remember
at this point, because it's one of those things where it's like,
So you mean to tell me if you bought No Man's Sky right now and they re-released it after they fixed it, you'd
Yeah.
buy it?
well,
buy
I
it?
already have the game.
Oh yeah, I have the game
Okay,
too.
so
but
you
I'm
would
not buying
re-buy it if they re-released it?
No, I already bought the game.
You talking about a re-release, right?
He was saying for
Yeah.
other people. For other people.
Oh,
yeah,
for
for
other
like
people.
like
Okay,
a
okay,
new like
okay.
marketing push, and
Okay,
then
okay,
just putting
okay.
the game back out
My
there.
Why putting words in his mouth? Flowers.
No, I was just confused on the direction. My bad. Go ahead, continue.
He's going
so,
straight.
No, I remember when this came out, I bought the game, right? And I had fun with it, like the base game that it was. But it was one of those things where it was like, I remember the way people were talking about that game, like, what's the developer name?
What?
Sean Murray?
No.
The Hello game.
Hello
Hello
Games.
Games, yeah. Hello Games, like they're basically gonna never have to touch No Man's Sky again.
Yeah.
Their next game is gonna be significantly tarnished because like nobody's gonna trust these motherfuckers. Blah 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 blah. And they did a complete 360, just
Yeah.
like turn around in terms of their perception, because people were like no Man's Sky's done. Hello Games is done. They're gonna have to do another game. Blah blah blah. But I mean, apparently the sales were good enough that they were able to just put their heads down and just. I mean, these aren't
That's what
paid
it comes down
updates.
to. Yeah.
It's just weird.
These weren't paid, so like I don't know how they're making their money. So again, the more they improve their game, the more that they can push sales to keep kind of going. And then now I think the next game that they come out with is going to be ridiculous,
And it's not. I'm not gonna.
and you're not going to be
Right.
worried about it.
And that's the thing. It's really hard for me to kind of get into a game or developer that really had a really rough fucking start. Except for Bethesda, they've dropped the ball on Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped the ball on that one. But if they drop, a new Fallout right now, I'd probably buy it. Not gonna lie.
You can buy the first one.
Which one? Fallout
76?
4? Yeah, I didn't want to buy that one.
So what do you mean you'd buy the next one?
Because that one just
Name
seems
by that
different.
one.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
Fallout
gonna be
76
a
was.
story.
What I'm saying is Fallout 76 was pretty bad.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, it was okay. I liked it.
It was bad. When was the last time you played it?
I actually have it downloaded.
Rest
I
my
played
case.
I
Oh,
played
you
the
have it
new-
downloaded, but when'd you play it?
I played it before we moved. I played the new
You son of a
Battle
you
Royale
fucking
mode.
liar.
I swear to God, I played the Battle Royale mode. It was a
I
little
do
different.
remember talking about that.
Damn. Hop off me. Get
Sorry.
off me.
Still bad game though.
Sorry, dude. I'm just trying to get close to the beach. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Just
Let
wait,
me
'cause
drive the boat.
you used to wavy.
Look.
Go ahead, drive it. Go. I'll
No,
let
go
you take
ahead,
it.
Go ahead.
Just because, again, when a game does this bad or a developer does this bad, it really just tarnishes their trademark. And so I'd be more careful, more like, all right, you know what, this game came with this shitty ass
But
game.
I like what
I'm
Hello Games
cool.
did, though. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Didn't really talk to anybody. Nothing to talk about.
Kept it
All right,
to
we fucked
themselves.
up. We fucked up. Well, I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm not gonna explain to my fans. Like,
True.
I'm trying to fix it. Fuck that. Enough
They know.
talking.
They know.
I'm not gonna talk about it. It's gonna be about it, and they were about it. Put their heads.
So let me say this. Drake drops a song right now. It's absolute trash. You want him to be like, my bad, or just shut the fuck up till he drops another banger?
Don't say shit. Why would you drop a bad song and then immediately say it was bad?
That's exactly what these guys.
Supposed to. The show must go on. You gotta keep it going, bro.
They didn't apologize.
They didn't apologize, but
They
that's
shut the fuck up.
They shut the fuck
put their
up.
heads down.
So
and
that's
they
the
made
route to
that.
go for.
That's it.
Okay, because look at EA. Then you get the other route, right? EA as a publisher, not even
They
a
fucked up with
developer.
Anthem.
As
They
a
get the
pub-
so
Anthem
much
route.
with the Anthem. The
You
Anthem
don't get
route.
the
There
EA,
you
bro.
go.
You get the
He said it
Anthem
better.
route.
You take the
but
Anthem route.
As a publisher, not even a developer. I ain't even talking about BioWare. I ain't even talking about all the other developers that they have under their belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a publisher, like a couple weeks ago, right? They come out and they say, "Oh, loot boxes are not predatory. They're surprise mechanics."
Surprise mechanics.
That's what they said. And it seems like a company who's really desperately trying to save face
To
on
keep
their
something
PR,
alive.
they need to shut the fuck up.
Shut the.
Because when they go, "Oh, it's not predatory. It's for surprise mechanics."
The problem with responding and trying to talk to people is the interpretation. You know what I
True.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone can
yeah.
interpret what you say differently, and if the wrong crowd of people interprets it wrong, then you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad.
And
You
the
just
best
shut
way
the
for them
fuck-
not to interpret anything is by not saying anything
shut
at
the
all.
fuck up and fix it.
And I think this is the best way to deal with any PR crisis. Like if I'm be real, not
Be real.
if, when Chiptooth Gaming has a controversy,
It will one
Coming
day.
soon.
we're not
Coming
gonna
at
say
you.
shit because I've just seen it. Every time there's a statement, it just makes things worse, right? You've seen it time and time and time again. The Philip Muchin guy from IGN, the plagiarizer, right?
Yeah. He's like,
His first video was
guys, it wasn't me.
terrible, right? And then
Like,
you
5
see
more
it on
videos.
Twitter all the time. There's I forgot who it was.
What?
I think it was actually DJ Kento. Anyway, he said something, people didn't like it,
That
right?
was just a DJ Khaled.
People didn't like it, and then he apologized to it, and then people didn't like the other people. Didn't like. There was two groups, right?
Yeah.
So originally, this group didn't like what he said, right? And then he apologized because he came off too
You go
aggressive.
fucking
blah, blah, blah.
apologize.
And then the people were like, "Why are you apologizing?" Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're
because
never gonna please
because
that.
now why are you apologizing because it's this person, right? And then all of a sudden, like, he's just getting torn a new asshole on Twitter, right? Just let it roll off your back. It's okay.
The
It's
internet is undefeated.
It
It's
is.
the internet.
You can't
Don't
win.
say nothing. You don't know nothing. You've never heard nothing. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Right.
even-
Mind
Yeah.
your business.
Mind your
Put
fucking
your head
business.
down. Don't go on Twitter. It's fine. You literally don't go on Twitter and you don't know what's happening. Right.
Boom.
And
This
then
is
you
true.
Deal with it later. Not in terms of addressing it, but in terms of getting better.
I didn't
Right.
even know the Lion King trailer dropped
Growth.
until Twitter.
Philip Muchin.
You stupid.
It was a really good one. You see it on Twitter all the time. I mean, there's countless times of like people coming out and making a statement, and then their statement just makes it a
Worse.
stickier situation than they got themselves into.
Yeah. Best course of action is no action, I guess, sometimes.
Best
especially for
response is no
developers.
response.
That's what I should have have said.
I mean, look at Danny O'Dwyer.
Oh, that guy.
Danny who?
Danny O'Dwyer.
This guy.
No
Danny
clue.
Do you remember
He's
this?
the guy. I think we talked about. We
talked about it a
on the
minute
po-
ago.
and you weren't there with Nick DePaul, but it was one of the stories that we did on the podcast, and he had some tweets resurface, and they were
When they were trying
using
to say.
some language that wasn't great.
He said the
Real
N-word?
Irish white guy using the N-word and like
he said
and
the
like
N-word.
tweets, everything
Yeah,
like
I didn't
that.
fuck with this guy.
right? And then again, in an industry where it's like they tear everybody apart, he just ignored it, and he's fine.
Oh, no, yeah, I remember that because I remember like everybody's like, what are you
I
doing?
was like, what
And
is
he's
going
like-
on? Because if this was anybody else, right,
He really
they
didn't
would
give
have
a
been
fuck.
torn a new one, right? they would have been done. He would have been done. He would have been done.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey,
Bulletproof. He didn't.
hey,
he shut
I'm
the
eating,
fuck up.
I'm eating a fucking sandwich today, guys. And in the background, it's like a fire.
Yeah, I
and
know.
he's like, I'm eating a sandwich today. And he's like, fucking fire in the back. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. It'll pass.
Flames
And guess
went out.
what? It did.
Didn't say anything past. I've never seen anyone more bulletproof in the games industry because literally I've seen people lit up for the
For
small
smallest of
same
jokes.
girlfriend friend mode, right? And then they're lit up, and then they apologize, and then they just continue to be lit up, and they lose their job or something.
So we got to be careful what we say, man. That's all I know. I'm not trying to get
No,
fired.
I think the message is we just ignore it.
Ignore it.
We ignore it.
Internet's full of trolls. You can't beat the internet.
yeah,
The
you're
internet's
number one troll
undefeated.
too, huh? You know.
Exactly. That's why I know. Don't say shit. Just take that L and then just either you go about your business or you fix what the fuck they're talking about. You ain't got to talk to anybody. You don't have to explain shit to
I know,
anybody.
your
Alright?
trolliness is coming out.
Your
dude.
mistake
Relax.
is your own
Relax.
mistake. It's just real shit.
He's got a point.
Your
don't-
mistake is
you
your own
don't
mistake.
owe no one nothing, right?
I
You owe
don't.
yourself something, right? So if you feel like you fucked up, fix it. Don't come out and, I apologize for my previous comments. No, just show how you act now. How are you
Dude.
acting now? what you doing now, right? We don't need we don't need this grandiose apology, so you can send signals off to everybody that you're such a good person. Worry about yourself.
Quote by Mikey.
You done grew from yesterday.
What?
Man.
What?
You done grew from yesterday.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. Wait for tomorrow to come. You'll get it.
You guys are just yelling at me now.
Who's calling? What's up? Is it important?
Yeah. I found out I'm closing tomorrow. Fuck.
Damn,
You told
I'm
me that
sorry.
the other day.
Well, it's official now.
But did you hear about the Game of Thrones prequel?
Oh, Game of Thrones prequel. Bro, I'm so salty about how it ended. Clutch, did you watch Game of Thrones? How did you feel? Fuck, he gave thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
Thumbs down. He
My
straight up-
guy.
You was with it like all the way
Let's
to
switch
like
you out.
last season though, right?
Wait, hold
Let's
on.
just
Let me
get
ask you this.
started
There's a different question I gotta ask now. Were you from the early, or did you binge watch to the end, like season 8? You just caught up and watched season 8.
He ain't got no mic.
He needs a thumbs down,
Yeah,
again.
well, he'll be able. I don't think that
We
question.
could
you asked
translate.
is a thumbs
Yeah,
down,
like you
thumbs
didn't
down
even ask
question,
him a yes or no
but
question.
We'd be able to say it into the mic. Yes, we have that ability.
Did you watch it from the beginning?
Yeah, he was. From
Say
the
he
top.
did. Say he watched it.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, that sucks. All right, so he watched it from the very beginning,
the
and he still
top.
didn't like how it ended. Shit.
That's pretty much everyone who watched Game of Thrones though. I mean,
I try to love it, but I just don't like how it ended. Well, maybe we can talk about it now. How is Jon Snow gonna be fucking go to the fucking to the north? Oh my god, I'm not even on top.
let's talk about the prequel. All right, we already went on.
Speechless, man. I'm too
we
mad
already
about this
talked
shit.
about it after it ended.
North, how you gonna hide the guard the wall and there's no? Never mind. All right, cool. But prequel, go ahead, hit me with the prequel, man, because I need something good in my life.
All right, bro. So the prequel series, which is currently in production, all right, they said it's gonna be set 5,000 years before the Game of Thrones era, which is what we saw, obviously. So it's 5,000 years before all this. They're gonna include more mythical creatures. You saw pop up, and it's gonna still have those same household families. So like the Starks are still gonna be around. You might see some more Lannisters.
Nice.
Obviously different faces, but you know what I mean. That family was still gonna be that family, and they have that legacy. So it's gonna be more of that happening. And just George R. R. Martin is just explaining that it's gonna be the others, which I guess is kind of like the White Walkers, but I guess this other mythical creature that's probably fucking shit up
Yeah.
is gonna be
Did-
focused on them
Yeah.
and their role into the story. And
There's a whole bunch of lore in this, and that's kind of the reason
Right.
why I really like
Right.
it and love it.
That's why you love
I
Game
just
of
need my
Thrones.
man. I just need George R. R. Martin to kind of. Who did this? I just need George R. R. Martin to finish writing all the books so they could do more adaptions.
Ooh, that's my baby.
Go
ahead.
Pizza? You talking about the pizza, or you
Big
talking
Mike?
about her?
Yeah, Big Mike back.
But I just, like I said, did you know how he writes? My friend was telling me more about
With the
George
pen.
R. R. Martin. No, I know how he writes, but his style of writing, that's what I should have said.
No, I don't know.
Mushrooms, a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah, apparently. So the reason why
Oh,
it takes forever to write
shit.
these books is because he details a whole lot of shit. He doesn't believe in deadlines. He'll write a page in a week or like 10 pages in a day. He could go on his way about writing, and he describes a whole bunch of shit for nothing. Like if he was writing a book about chiptooth gaming, he would spend like 5 chapters on describing how we set this up.
People like detail though.
But he's all about the detail.
Yeah,
like,
the problem with
apparently.
detail is you lose traction on where you're going, and then you're just telling me what's around me, not really telling me what's happening.
Because he actually read the books. Like he
Yeah.
read the books before the show, so he's like that kind of gamer. He has a tattoo, Stark,
Oh, you got
Winterfell.
some- oh
He has a
shit.
Winter-
Didn't he
logo.
write Game of Thrones?
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you mean he read the books before he watched
my
the
friend. I'm
Someone's
talking about my
friend.
friend.
Oh, okay.
Friend
I was
Monzo.
like,
You
what
watch
the
it? So he's the one. He was the one who was kind of telling me about how he writes and shit, and his style of writing. How it's like really just slow and not really meant for like the style of like, hey, we need a book by this day. Can you make it? He's like, yeah. Doesn't make the deadline at all whatsoever. So that's the reason why people are like, fuck, dude, write the goddamn books already.
I bet the fucking Game of Thrones director hated him. That's probably why we got season 8.
That's why I'm kind of want to read the books. Like I want to know how different it's gonna be. Because you know how The Walking Dead finally finished the comics. Completely sidetracking right
Thank
now.
God.
I
The
just want to
Walking Dead
know.
comics ended.
I'm sorry, I digress.
No, it's cool.
When can I get Sekiro back? I'm sorry.
When do you want it?
I mean, I didn't want to give it to you. If I had to be
I already
honest.
beat it, so it's okay.
Yeah, so just
Did you
slide
beat
that
it? You didn't beat it.
I'm on the last boss, to be
You're a
honest.
liar.
I gave up.
You're a liar.
I'm on the last boss. I gave
You're
up.
not on the last boss.
He's-
All right,
Okay,
go
I'll
back
stream
to the Game of Thrones talk. I'm sorry, I just thought about it.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Game of Thrones. I'm just excited. I want more.
You talking about your boy? You gonna start reading the books? You
Yeah,
excited for
and
the
then just like
books?
the reason George R. R. Martin, how his style is, and I don't know how they're gonna do prequels with him not even finishing the original fucking Game of Thrones books.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they gave him something to go off of. I mean, have they started recording? I don't think they started yet. Oh,
No.
no, it's currently in production. So yeah, they've started something. But it probably won't be done till like another like 8 years.
Why
5.
they're doing this weird?
Who
Why?
is-
Why? So they're gonna start the TV show before the books are even out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently Game of Thrones was
Essentially,
ahead
it's a
of the books.
prequel. Yeah.
That's gonna be.
So we probably
There's no
have to wait for him
source
to finish
material.
Game of Thrones.
And that's the reason why people are saying season 8 was shit, because there was no source material. They kind of just went on their own.
Yeah, it was just
They-
the director's cut.
You know when you just say, "Hey, fuck it, let's wing it." That's kind of what season 8 was.
Fuck it,
Hey,
let's wing
fuck
it.
it.
Have her kill him.
You want to see the dragons? Yeah, fuck
Have
it.
her die
They're
like
dead.
this.
They're dead. Don't worry about dragons. They're dead.
And it was just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Season 1 on.
You're a piece of shit. You shut the fuck up. You don't even get to talk. But you know what I'm going to be sad about? You know what I'm starting to really hate? How Warner Brothers, there's a bunch of companies that are starting to make their own like subscription service. So I found out about Friends. Friends is leaving Netflix. The Office is leaving Netflix. And everybody's trying to make their own like NBC subscription services. And this is a piece
I'm
of
not
shit.
gonna lie to you. I don't think The Office is gonna leave Netflix. Like I'm
You
tired
think
of
they go pay bank? They go bank. They go
they've
pay
been
bank.
threatening to take Office off of Netflix just to
And
get people
every time
to
they
get
get a
back
check.
watching it.
They
I
get
swear
the
to God.
check.
They get the check every time. The
Every
top
time.
2 shows.
We're getting
Netflix.
we're getting rid of Office.
This is the top 2.
It's
Million
it's
viewers.
The Office and Friends.
Goddamn.
Those
man.
are the top
And
2.
both of them,
not
they're
even
like,
originals.
fuck this,
They
I'm out.
pay for those. They're not even original.
Stranger Things was pretty good. I know Stranger Things broke records.
Yeah, but
Did you guys
it's
watch
it's
Stranger
still
Things?
number 1 and number 2 still Netflix or The Office and
You don't watch
then
Stranger Things?
Friends.
Damn. What about you? Don't watch Stranger Things?
No.
Tambo.
No, that's
Definitely not
that's
Tambo.
a no
Tambo
dog.
fucking doesn't watch it.
Nah. Hell.
You should watch it. It's a really
Tombo
good
doesn't
show.
watch TV. I'm gonna force Tombo to watch TV shows with me.
Nope.
Watch. I'll be
You don't believe in
Tombo,
TV
Ain't
shows,
happening,
Tambo?
Chief. Ain't happening.
He
Hey, Tombo,
actually got
you know what
really
we're gonna have to
mad.
do? We're gonna have to watch Adventure Time. Then we're gonna talk about it.
Adventure
Do you
Time?
watch like Rick and Morty? Like even like those
Adventure
like
Time, come
popular
to
shows that people go over?
America.
Crazy
Regular
for?
shows good.
Nah.
Rick and Morty?
I watch no TV shows.
You're lying.
Nothing.
La Virgen de Guadalupe?
Nada.
Laura? Señorita
Nothing.
Laura?
Not even 12
Tapatio?
corazones. Nada, fool.
If you guys don't know what I said probably like the most popular Mexican shows of all time. Jose Luis? I know you watched some Jose Luis when you were a kid.
Man, we ain't even got cable. Where am I going to watch Jose Luis?
Telemundo.
You sleepy? Hungry?
That's just hella funny.
Yeah, I don't watch nothing, bro.
It's all good, boys.
No TV.
But yeah, I mean, as far as news goes, guys, it's still kind of slow. But I'm just glad to be back in the studio. We're gonna have really big things coming very, very soon. We're gonna have a bigger chair because this just feels very close.
We got
Let me a bigger
we got a
chair.
tour
Bigger,
coming
bigger
soon.
table. We're gonna have a bigger table for sure.
Hell yeah. We're gonna have a tour coming soon.
We're
We're
gonna do a quick vloggy vlogs. Not a quick vlog, but
We're gonna do
maybe a
some
We
vlog.
got a vlog, we got a tour, and then we got a DUI video.
Can you guys do like a fucking welcome to my cribs,
DIY.
like MTV style?
A
DIY.
DUI?
A DUI.
Yeah, we
vlog?
got
Nobody's
a-
getting pulled over. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a-
Nobody's getting
If
arrested.
you guys don't do like a video that's like MTV crib style, I'm gonna be kind of pissed.
Oh no, that's exactly the vibe I was.
I
gonna
kind
go
of
for.
want to be like, yo, what up, MTV
Yeah, we're
cribs?
gonna have everything. Like every monitor's gonna have some type of MTV like video playing in the background. So as we walk across.
No,
you'll
I
see.
want you guys to literally do like an episode of MTV Cribs.
Like with the music, with
Like
the,
with
it's
the
like
music.
a fast forward.
We'll
and
do
then rewind
montage,
and then fast forward.
And then we'll be like, these are my cars. Boom. And it's like everybody's cars.
Yeah,
So-
we should
You
have
guys
you
want to
here.
hear something hilarious? Now that we're on, we're on.
Now
the-
we're just
talking
passing
about
out? Yeah, yeah.
MTV Cribs.
And we're going everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's right. This podcast. Welcome, completely consensual. Please subscribe.
Let's get it.
So I grew up in an area where there's a lot of wildfires, right? And people's houses burn down.
California.
So
Don't tell 'em, dude.
There was this kid whose house burnt down, right?
That's
and then we did like the little like.
How are you
That's
laughing?
not the
Right when
funny
you
part.
said his kid his house burned
he's a
down?
good sport. He's a good sport. Because so you know like the stupid thing that they did at high schools where it was like the TV on Friday, and then it's like the students doing the reports and shit.
Yeah.
So
guess.
every other Friday there was something we had called Rim Today, and it was essentially like this like SNL, like there's a bunch of like skits and shit. And
Yeah,
like,
okay,
whatever, right? So they did a skit on like MTV Cribs, and this was like right after we got back to
And
school on the fire,
oh no.
and they went to his house.
And they're like,
Damn.
Burned down
MTV
the
Cribs.
car. He's like, yo, no, let's check out this garage, right? And then it does like the fast forward and like slow down,
And
and,
it's
then
just
like
burned?
the sparkles and shit, and then it's like just these burnt ass cars. Right, and then he's like, this is where me and my family would spend a lot of time together, right here, or
Shout
we
out
spend
to him.
most of our time.
He knew he was getting a check. He had to know he was
Just
getting a
like,
check.
Yeah, and he's giving the tour and like, this is my bedroom. Check it out. The TV here.
Was he talking
like
past
a burnt-ass
tense?
TV.
He's like, this is where I had like 3 TVs.
There's
up
like
in
a
it.
fridge, and he opened the door and it fell off, and it was just like, it was
Wow.
hilarious.
That's
this was
pretty
like
fucking funny.
for the whole school.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole school watched this
Oh,
shit.
yeah, balls.
And be like,
Respect
hey,
him.
I like. It would have been
He
funny
was a
if
good
people.
sport.
It would have been funny if people went up to him like, "Hey, we going out to your house later? No, it's gonna be lit." I'm like, no,
I'll bring the 40, bro. I'll bring the 40.
That's
It's gonna
fucked
be
up.
lit.
It's gonna be lit.
That's a
He's a
good
good. He's that always sticks out to my mind too. Just like
Yeah, I don't know why, because we're talking about natural disasters. I know you guys have family in earthquakes. Are they cool?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did he feel it?
Yeah, they felt it.
Really?
Yeah, they all they all texted me because I have like this big ass like family group chat.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
everyone was all like, "Y'all feel that?" I was like, "Yeah." it was
You're
all the
like,
way
nah,
down
I'm in California. I'm in the Bay.
there." Yeah, no, I didn't feel that.
I know. I said that. I caught myself, Tambo.
The big one's coming.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Are you gonna be here?
Oh
for
yeah, we
it?
gonna have earthquakes, bro.
Maybe.
We gonna have earthquakes. It's California.
Bro, I'm gonna be waiting for that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with those either. I'm gonna be in San Diego, dude. I'm gonna be scared of shit. I gotta bring my earthquake drill. Earthquake.
Yeah,
Kid.
Earthquake
SoCal's
drill, you're gonna
fucked.
stop,
I
drop,
got.
and
I
roll?
want to say kit. Fuck. I'm all kinds of fucked up right now. What was up?
SoCal's fucked.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Did Connor feel it?
Sure.
I didn't ask, honestly.
Connor, did you
I
feel
didn't
that
talk
shit,
to
dog?
anybody about the earthquake.
Is he alive?
Is he
Yeah,
alive?
he alive.
What
Yeah,
if
he
he's
played
dead?
with him. That's good. That's
How
all
do you
that matters.
know?
He played
How do you
with him.
know?
I played with him last
He
night.
played with him instead of me last night. So
Oh, because
yeah.
B squad.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
makes sense.
I mean,
Don't try to turn this around. right?
Anyways, guys.
I'm just a
Alright,
B
we got
squad
listener
type of
questions,
guy, I
man.
guess.
Oh fuck, you're right. Fuck.
Come on, guy.
I just want the
Getting
pizza.
rusty.
I don't want the pizza to get cold.
Ooh, I like where your head is.
I'm looking out, dog.
All right.
Listener
Excuses.
questions. Obviously, guys, you can always follow CTG Vids. Follow us there. We'll tweet sometimes, and then we want to make sure we get you guys listener questions. That's how you guys.
If you miss the initial,
to the mic.
if you miss the initial tweet out, you can go ahead and send your questions at completelyconsensual@gmail.com. Again, that is completelyconsensual@gmail.com, and go ahead and send questions there.
We have a separate email for the fucking podcast now? Okay. Well, news, guys. We now have a completelyconsensual@gmail.com. Send in your listener questions there.
Yeah, and it kind of when I tweeted out when I did the listener question, it was kind of just it was on National Video Game Day. It was just asking people what was that game they fell in love with to kind of bring into that video game world. Like, obviously, video games has done so much for a lot of people. For me, could be like building friendships, doing this here with everybody, kind of really putting you in a place, getting you out of that weird dark place. Video games in general has done a lot for everybody. And so that question kind of said, like, what was that first game you fell in love with? That was kind of the question that I asked for everybody. I know you kind of tweeted out, and I know Noah too, and he was like, Zelda. When for Noah, let me get to say this: his favorite game, his game that he fell in love with, was Zelda Wind Waker. The sense of wonder and discovery just blew his mind. It's pretty good. So I was gonna ask you guys. I know you tweeted out. What were your answers?
I said it was either Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 or Pokemon Emerald.
Emerald. That was the one we were like.
Emerald. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Emeralds. Like, I literally had like a couple Pokemon to level 100. No cheating. You know what I mean?
This motherfucker cheated.
Like,
Did you still
those
remember
who
those
play
games?
Pokemon know
No.
how hard it is to get Pokemon to a level 100 without cheating. I had like 3.
You use rare candies.
Like
Don't
Game
play.
Shark.
You,
Of course, I use rare candies, but I mean, there's only so many in the game. You know what I mean?
the
So-
ones I was allowed to get.
Exactly.
No,
So it's like I wasn't cheating. I had to do what I had to do.
Do you guys remember? I remember going. Where did I remember? I remember going to like a bookstore, some type of store, and it had a book full of cheat codes.
I remember those.
Do you guys
bro.
remember that shit?
I had so
Why is
many of
Tambo
those.
laughing, bro?
L1,
Tambo, why you
R2.
laughing at me? You never did that?
L1, L2.
I went to a bookstore. I don't know what kind of store it was, but it had a book.
Oh, I said that. Yeah, okay. You can laugh at me for that. It was some type of store. It wasn't like fucking Nordstrom or not Nordstrom. Fucking It wasn't Borders. The Borders. There you go.
I remember those. I fucked with those. That's
And I
where I got
remember-
all my cheat codes from.
I remember.
I just went to ccccheatcodes.com.
Facts.
CCC
There it
cheat
is.
code?
That's the
Wait,
exact
really?
way.
I was a dumb
Yes,
kid.
sir.
That was the
I would make my mom buy
Splat
these
to
books.
the-
I had them all on the paper,
Yup.
especially for my GTA game. I had them folded
Yup.
up into my game.
I had a
They're
whole
right there.
sheet.
I remember the
Armor,
sheet. I remember the
weapons.
sheet.
And
remember
it
we
was
read
I
it
knew
folded
that.
up in the
Yep.
game case.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I
Just
didn't
to-
put it in
That's
the
why I
game
read
case.
it down.
I just had it just in
Yeah.
case
I
forgot
would
when
lose it
was
and have to
at.
go back,
Yeah.
but like I had it.
The GTA cheats, man.
I
Those were the ones.
I
Those
stopped
were the
fucking with
ones,
cheat
bro.
codes because I remember I was on a
you're
PlayStation
a
3.
noob.
and I was playing. Which one was it?
Tambo is not fucking with you
Was it?
tonight.
It was with the Russian dude. What was the Russian Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto 4?
Yeah.
Nico?
Yeah, that
Nico,
guy.
yep.
So I remember it had cheat codes for that, and I remember I was just putting hella shit, and I stopped playing or stopped messing with cheat codes because I put in hella cheat codes. It literally crashed like my game and fucked up my PS3, and I had to pay for it to get it fixed and shit, and I was really mad.
Sony.
And ever since then, I was like, you know what? I don't fuck with cheat codes. I don't like this at all. That's all.
Good. I'm glad you stopped being a cheater.
The Sims, the GTA. Like, I can't play GTA without cheat codes. I'm going to be 100%.
Really?
But I remember I'd make my mom buy these books when it's like I could have literally gone to GameSpy or like IGN.
Honestly,
Or
the
1UP.
internet was so new to me. I don't know what to use it for. I just I was like,
I
alright.
knew what to use it for.
Cheat codes apparently.
Yeah, those two. But
Okay. All right.
do you guys have the Scholastic?
No.
The
Website?
Scholastic Book Fair
Yeah.
at your schools?
Yeah. Well, you go in there.
That's where I got all my Game Boy Advance games.
They actually had games there.
Yeah,
I remember
that.
you from. I mean, I guess you went to a rich neighborhood because my neighborhood was like, hey, here's
Yeah, I
coloring
never had
books.
any
No,
money
no,
to do that.
here's
like, I only had
fucking-
lunch money.
No,
So
it was like,
I'd show my mom the paper and she
I
just
had to
be
make
like,
choices.
Nah, you ain't reading.
Yeah.
You ain't reading.
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
I remember there was an option where you're like, hey, you could raise money to get what you want, and my mom was like, nah, you're good. I mean, you can go
Guys,
raise
those
money.
box tops?
I remember those box tops. But
Yeah.
it wasn't like at the book fair. You had to like
Yeah.
order it. You brought the paper and you had to do the check mark and it'd come in the mail.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
you used to fill it out and like send it in, mail it in, or did you take it to the store?
You dropped it off at the school and then they mailed it to you.
That's what I say. Looking good over there, Tambo. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
looking good. With
Looking real good on the
board.
mic over there. Look at you,
Thanks, bro.
producer looking.
You like my setup?
I like your setup.
Thanks.
You guys gonna see the setup too. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Chip Tooth video tour of the fucking studio. And
So,
the,
that's good. I mean, listener questions. I don't know. I know you posted. Did you get anything on your listener questions? When you posted
It was
Oh,
Adam
this-
telling us to talk about Spider-Man. Sorry. No,
it?
just
Adam,
doing Spider-Man.
these fucks
Or
haven't
Stranger
watched
Things.
Far From Home, and I'm really upset because it's honestly one of the best movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's in my top 5.
Andres could
probably
have took
top
over
3.
for me and I could have gone and watched it.
I could have lied.
You know.
I'm really good at it.
I mean,
So-
Tambo was supposed to go, but then it was like little o'clock.
All right, guys, that was a good episode. Thanks for tuning in.
So, Tambo's like, hey man, is it too
Yeah,
late to
you
cancel?
ain't gotta say that whole thing, you know.
And then I was like, yeah, dude, it's
lived
cool.
it,
It's
we
only-
heard it. You're muted. Thank you. Have a good one.
Anyway, Tambo's
Not fucking with you at all.
But that's what it was. I know it's cool. I mean, it's mad because, you know, I'm wearing bar for bar. Shout out. I did it. Yeah. Guess what, Tambo? I did it. Shout out bar for
Hey,
bar.
you know
Podcast.
who edits this, right?
That's true.
Matter of
It's
fact, I'm
Pablo.
gonna call him out right now. Everybody tweet out Andres, all right? Compa at Compa Andres buys a merch shirt for a whole nother YouTube channel, Bar for Bar at Bar for
But
Bar
refuses.
at Bar
Outright
for Bar podcast,
refuses.
Bro, I'm getting paid for
but
this.
refuses to buy
paid for
the
this now.
merch for our own channel. You're not getting paid for that. Matter of fact, you had to pay for that. You didn't get
Anyways,
sponsored,
guys,
you didn't get nothing.
this is going to be this week's episode of Completely Consensual on Chip Tooth Gaming, where you can go follow, like, share, subscribe on youtube.com/Chipped Tooth Gaming. You can also follow Instagram, Twitter at CTG Vids. I'm going to be your host, closing it out, Compa Andres. As always, we got That Kid Flowers.
Let me drive the boat. That Kid Flowers. The next to me, I have Cheeks, aka Mike Doherty. Follow him at Cheeks Jr. on Twitter.
AKA Supercut.
See, seen
Supercuts.
players.
Then in the back of the back, you can't see him on camera. Tambo Vlogs. Follow him at Tambo Vlogs.
Yeah, good luck finding me.
He may.
I
All
was-
right, he's I forgot he's off social media. He's been.
Oh, you off social
Yeah.
media?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
He's too
well,
popular,
Been
dude.
strong, bruh.
Too many guys sliding in, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
tried to tag him on Instagram.
If you can't
the other
find
day.
him, then drop a like and subscribe to this video because he'll be here.
Oh,
Editing and looking at
Ring the
all those
notification bell so you know when he posted the
Ring it.
video.
hey, where can I get this shirt from though?
You can get
Which one?
You wanna know where you get your shirt from, Andres?
Which one, Doc?
you can get this shirt in the bio. It should say Chiptooth Gaming / T or is it teespring.com/Chiptooth Gaming.
See,
You can get
I
you a
mean-
shirt there.
If y'all ordered, I mean, the shirt came to me. Okay. Fuck, can't get away from this one. I finna close it out. You're driving the boat. Wave
drive the
check.
boat. Do your
Nah,
closeout.
bro.
Yeah, come on. Man, that's a big fucking
Oh my
pause.
god.
Y'all want to take the boat? Take the boat.
All right, guys.
All right.
This has been Chiptooth. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
last week. See you next time, guys.
All right, and I'll catch you next week, players.
Tambo, finish it. Tambo.
Fuck you, Andres.